Hello there guys, it is your host, L, and I am back with another video. So in the last video, I decided to show off a bird's eye view of the world of Lineaos, which you're looking at right now. So we went over the two continents that make up the world, Nu and Mu, the vast inland sea that runs through it, known as the Denarian Seaway, and the mighty world ocean known as the Constellasic Ocean, and we went to the very boundaries and borders of the world, a large rim of mountains in the land of Gavatha, the Telosian Mountains, and the Phoenician Mountains. From this perspective, the world looks like a pizza. The world of Lineaos is not round like that of Earth, but it's flat like a pizza. Also in the last video, we briefly talked about how the continents of Nu and Mu are divided up into three parts. As you can see, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. These three parts are divided up based on climate, ecosystems, and the degrees of habitability. Basically, where life can flourish and where life cannot flourish. And that is the subject for today's video. So let's explore the continents of Nu and Mu and their various rings in broader detail. So this is just a close-up map of Nu and Mu that you're looking at right now with its three regions. So Nu is divided up into three regions and Mu is divided up into three regions. So we have Nominalheim and Kelvania and this large patch of land here, which really has no name, because this is where all the countries are. And over on Mu, we have Arcticos, Celsium, and this patch of land here, which contains its countries as well, which aren't displayed, but that's for another map. So these three regions, like I said, make up the continents, but they have different names to describe them and categorize them. The realms of Nominalheim and Arctos are known as the uninhabitable zone. The realms of Kelvania and Celsium are known as the semi-habitable zone, and these large patches here are known as the habitable zone. And today we're going to talk about these. So, as I said before, these three regions are defined based on basically where life can exist. In some areas, life is very plentiful, while in others it's absent altogether. So let's first start our little journey in the uninhabitable zone, the most outer rings of the continents, Nominalheim and Arctos. So this land is a bitter and harsh land. It is basically a frozen wasteland. Here it is perpetually snowing and covered in ice. Vast frozen tundras and glaciers cover the land. It is too cold here for life to flourish. No plants or animals can live here. It is too frigid. Basically, it's a lifeless, frozen waste. It is so cold here that any animal that were to enter Nominalheim or Arctos would freeze to death within seconds or minutes. They would freeze frozen solid, with food probably still in their mouths, like those woolly mammoths and woolly rhinos that you find in maybe the Siberian permafrost or something like that. But this region is harsh to life. It is not right for them. But what is a frozen wasteland now could have been a lush paradise long ago. It is believed that Nominalheim and Arctos were habitable and could have been maybe warmer, with lush vegetation and diverse animals, similar to how Antarctica and the Arctic Circle were once warmer during Earth's prehistory. At one time there could have been crocodiles and dinosaurs in the Arctic and Antarctic. The same logic applies here. But due to, climate change and other factors, Nominalheim and Arctos became frozen wastelands just covered in tundra and glacier. So what was once a fertile paradise is now a frozen, dark waste. Moving ever so inward, we enter the realms of the semi-habitable zone, Celsium and Kelvania. These regions are cold. Alright, they're not warm and fuzzy. But here, it is not too cold like the uninhabitable zones. Here, life does exist, at least specialized life. You see, here in Celsium and Kelvania, it's still somewhat a polar environment, like the uninhabitable zone. There are here and there tundras and glaciers, but you can also find environments like rocky plains, taiga forests, and permafrost. Here, there are specialized organisms that are specially adapted to survive in the cold environments. It is also just right for liquid water to form here, like lakes and rivers and ponds. But like I said, there still is snow and glaciers here. As for civilization, here you will find also ruins of failed colonies and cities of the creatures that call this place home, the intelligent species. Basically, it is too cold for cities to thrive in these regions as well. But there are some intelligent beings that call this place home, but not cities and empires. But like I said, there are ruins from days gone by over the eons. But now moving ever so inward to the final areas of the continents, and the most biggest regions of the continents, are the habitable zones. In these regions, the climate is mixed, depending on the biomes and the regions that you go to. But the climate is just right for life to be fertile. Here, life is at its most plentiful and at its most diverse. Here you'll find many species of plants and animals. Here you'll find many ecosystems ranging from rocky plains to deserts to jungles to forests to canyons to caverns to grasslands. Many flourishing, vibrant ecosystems with their own unique set of plants and animals. Here is also where countries are established, and this is where civilization was born. Civilization thrives here. Towns and cities can be built and are teeming with people. Intelligent beings call these regions home. It is also here where vast empires still rule over the land, and also where empires have fallen throughout the eons. The habitable zone is like that of a real-life Eden. It is plentiful with civilization and life. And those are the three regions of the continents of Nu and Mu. The uninhabitable zone, the semi-habitable zone, and the habitable zone. Those are the three rings of the continents. Now, I'm going to talk about how this may not apply to the oceans. The Denarian Seaway is completely habitable. Okay, it's completely habitable. Just like the islands that are scattered throughout the Denarian Sea way. As for the Constellastic Ocean, the Constellastic Ocean is completely habitable. Now, where the Constellastic touches the rims of Nominalheim and Arctos, the uninhabitable zone, it is cold. It is cold enough for sea ice to form and for icebergs to form. But the further you go out, the Constellasic warms up. As for the mountainous terrain of Gavatha, it is also habitable. Life can live here. However, not many things live here. The only things that live here, as I said in the first video, is probably things that swim, like semi-aquatic creatures roaming the shores, or things that can fly and perch on the sharp cliffs and rocks to make their nests. But this region is completely habitable, just like the oceans and these two large masses of the continents. But there you have it, guys. A breakdown of the many rings of the continents. Well, actually 3. It just goes to show how orderly this world is, and how strange it is as well. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. And please visit my website. Like I said, I really hope you enjoyed this, and that you learned something new. And stay tuned for more lore about this strange world of Lineaos, a symphony of 2 dimensions in 3-dimensional space. Let me know what you guys thought in the comments below. Have a nice day, and stay safe and well. Bye, guys.